2017 stroke 2018 was easily the worst year of my life. I was just having the most difficult time. And I got to the point where I was like, I'm done, done with this life. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I remember one day I was lying on my bed and I just heard a voice that said, look at this bottle of Tylenol. Just take all the pills at once and end it now. And I remember feeling so strong about the decision to take my own life. And when people take their lives, it's such a sad thing because they cause so much pain for the people around them. But I've experienced this one time, and I know that at that moment all I cared about was relieving the pain that I was feeling in my heart. I just felt tired, I felt exhausted, I felt like I had nothing else to give. Somebody's going to ask me why. Usually wouldn't want to share, but you know what, for transparency purposes, let me tell you why. So in 2017, I was struggling a lot with chronic asthma. 2017 stroke 2018, right? Like I said. And one time, for people who have come to Canada, through the student route, you know how much of a hassle it is to actually get your permanent residency, to get like your work permit and all that. So I'd finished my master's and I was waiting to get a job, right? I was unemployed. So I didn't have any school insurance anymore because obviously my master's was done. And I couldn't get a health card because I'm in Ontario, right? If you're in Ontario, you can get a health card, but you need to either be like a on a temporary work permit, so like a work permit, or a PR or a citizen, right? So I wasn't any of that. So I got a cold, and mind you, I'd been having like asthma symptoms throughout the year, go to the ER, and then I was racking up bills, right? Because I mean, if you cannot breathe and you need help, you're not going to say, okay, oh, let me stay and die, right? You have to go. So I was racking up bills. So I remember this time, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. They had told me, they had referred me to lung specialist and say, go and see this person, go and see that person. But I knew that it was going to mean that I was going to pay out of pocket, and I didn't have any work, and I didn't want, like, my parents, they already tried their best. I didn't want to put them under that kind of pressure on my family members. So this day I had like a cold or whatever, and then it just wouldn't go away, and that lingered so long that it triggered asthma symptoms. And then I was having this difficulty breathing, and I was wheezing, and I was using the albuterol inhaler for anyone who's had a history of asthma, the blue inhaler, the puffer, right? And that's just like a fast relief. It doesn't really treat the underlying issue, right? So it was getting worse. So first day, I was like, no, I'll manage. Second day, I'll manage. The person that was dating then, who is now my husband, glory to God, says to me, go to the hospital. I said, no, I don't want to, right? Because I'm thinking I'm not about to pay $1 million because we'll manage. Third day, I remember I was at home and I was having a hard time, right? I knew that, this girl, your life is going, 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 gone. I was literally about to lose my life. So then my boyfriend, who's now my husband, reaches out to his friend who comes to get me, takes me to the hospital. They had to put me on the BiPAP, and I was just like, when I said feeling better, I was thinking my life is finished. These people are about to give me a bill that is going to destroy me. Where will I start from? At that moment, I was just thinking, hey, Oluwa Shanu mi, Tori Long. As in, kinimo wire fun buy. Is it to be paying bills? So I remember just thinking that, man, I'm done. Anyways, so they had to admit me to the ICU. They admitted me to the ICU. I was again, every night. I think I spent like 3 nights or so at the hospital. I was like, God, my life. Anyway, sha sha sha. They bring the bill. The bill is about what, $10,000 or something, and they even actually like didn't give me the full bill because they understood my situation. So they kind of like took some things off. I just told them, I said, put it on a plan. No, I'll be paying $100 every month because I cannot kill myself. Mind you, in the year 2017, I got into an accident, right? That cost me $20,000. It was a rental car and it didn't have insurance, and I had to pay $20,000 out of pocket. I was paying $600 every month. You know, when the accident happened, they didn't give me the bill until 2018. So you can imagine, how I was feeling. So that is what caused me to feel like, oh, if I go to heaven, at least, there will be no bills. I will just be resting in the bosom of my father. Even if I know that God will be like, you not fulfill your assignment, oh, but God will understand. That's what I was thinking about. Can you imagine? But anyways, I said all of this jokingly seriously to say that see how far God has brought me. I look at my life and the things that God has helped me accomplish. I'm established in Canada by God's grace, you know. I'm married to the most amazing man. I have a son. You know, I'm thriving in my career. The Lord has done great things for me. He has given me purpose, shown me what He's called me to do, turned my life around, you know. And I'm thinking if I actually had taken my own life at that time, this is how much I would have been missing on because this was like 6, 7 years ago, right? And look at how far God has brought me. And I just wanted to say this out there for anyone who is going through depression. You might need to take medication because, like, again, I said my own was a situation of my life is tough. Let me just end it. Some people have chemical imbalances in their brain. Some people actually need therapy. Whatever you need, do it. But most importantly, don't give up because if God could open your eyes to see that tomorrow 1 year from now, in fact 3 months from now, your life will be totally different. You know, you would understand that it's not worth it to take your own life. I'm here to encourage you. The Bible talks about how the thoughts of God towards you are of good and not of evil. And I know the easier option right now is to give up and take your life. I know the easier option is to just not want to try anymore. But God is on your side. If you're a believer, God is for you. He's not against you. And yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, fear no evil, because God is with you. In your darkest moments, He sees your tears. He knows everything that you're thinking about. He has a plan for you. You're not irrelevant. You are relevant to Him. He loves you and He is for you. I just wanted to share my little testimony on here. If God could do it for me, and do even greater, even much more for you. All right.